This is my map, TTD Dimsdale on GMOD, and now here it is on Source 2. I did a lot of things here. You can tell just by the quick fly-through shots. One of the big things I wanted to do was try to add a 3D skybox. In the original map, it was literally like just a box, and that was for a purpose because I had the 3D skybox for Fairy World. The thing to know about mapping is that in the Source 1, you can have only one 3D skybox, and that's the same for Source 2. So for Source 1, I chose to use that for Fairy World, and Source 2, I chose to use that for Dimsdale. 3D skyboxes are used to take areas that the player doesn't go to and make them much less, intensive. When it came to my main issue with Source 2 version is Fairy World. I didn't really know what to do with it. I tried just doing a regular skybox, but you would be able to view the main area, and I didn't know how to cut that off from Viz. So I took a cop out and just put it in a big black box, added some fake stars, and just set it at night. And I think it adds a cool vibe. I don't think it hits the same as the original. That takes me on my next point that I really wanted to hit with the Source 2 version is the aesthetics of the map and trying to make it as close to the TV show as possible. The most egregious thing from my first map is definitely the amount of realistic props I used to just save on time, and it was easier. It's pretty egregious in Dingleberg's house. All this has been fixed in the Source 2 version with everything looking a lot more like the show, and the lighting helps that a lot too. It's a bit hard to do because cartoons and physical dimensions don't really mix. Dingleberg's place I'm pretty proud of. You never really see the inside of his home in the show, so I just went wild with it. The next area is Bird Mart, which only has one episode appearance. And you can see I had used a lot of realistic props, which I wanted to phase out. It looks a lot more consistent in the Source 2 version, just the art style matches way more. One area I'm particularly proud of is the school area, which in the Source 1 version just had a bunch of CS props, but in the Source 2 version, I think I more got the school from the original show. Yeah, I just love the way this turned out. Look at that lighting. One thing I want to improve was removing the 2D trees and grass and bushes and adding 3D models and making the grass more 3D. So yeah, I got some low poly trees, some low poly bushes, some low poly grass, a couple rocks, a few sticks. There's a few things I noticed while I was doing this video is I had a misaligned texture I never fixed, and bushes were 2 inches above the ground. One thing I haven't added yet is still the fishbowl, and I still need to add a bunch of T-traps. Oh, the T-traps. Oh, the T-traps. We still have a lot in the Source 2 one, just not as many. Another cool thing is that when you fall out of Fairy World, you'll teleport to the top of Dimsdale and fall to your death. But yeah, that's my map. That's the Source 2 port. I'm not entirely finished with it yet. Still a few things I want to add and a bunch of bug fixes I want to fix. And also, I want to get some more playtests once s&box opens up a bit more.